Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to continue with arithmetic progression. Exercise 5.3. We have the first problem. Find the sum of the following APs 2, 7, 12 up to 12 terms. So now here let us write down what and all findings. So here we have A equals to 2. Then we have D equals to second term minus first term, that is 7 minus 2, which is equal to 5. And then we have number of terms. You take n as 10. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out sum of first 10 terms, right? So that means I'm going to find out, I need to find out S10. So S10 equals question mark. Okay. Now we know that Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 120, right? So let us write that formula. So we know that Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. In my next step, what I do is I'm going to substitute the values for the variables given. So that means here n becomes 10 and then here also take n as 10. What about a? A will become as 2, then n is 10, then we have what is the value of d? D value is 5. Okay. Next step. So here, so what is 10 by 2? That is 5, correct? So then in the bracket, I'm going to write 2 2s of 4, right? 4 plus 10 minus 1 is 9 into 5, right? 9 into 5. So the next step, I write it as how much? So it's equal to 5. 5 into, that is 5 into, what is for this one? 9 5 is 45, 45 plus 4 is 49, right? So we can write that. Repeat for one more step. So 4 plus 45, or in my next step, I write it as 5 into 49, which will give you 5 into 49 will give you 245. So 245 is your answer. Okay. Now I move on to the next problem. So we have minus 37, minus 33, minus 29, so on to 12 terms. Okay. So here we have A is equal to minus 37, D is equal to minus 33, minus of minus 37. That is second term minus first term. And note that we have used the minus, there's a bracket we have used. Okay. Whenever you come across negative sign, make sure that you use brackets. And then what we get? Minus 33. Minus or minus will become plus. So plus 37. That will give you 4. Right. And then what's the value of n? So here n take it as 12. And then what we need to find out? I need to find out S12. So we are going to write S12 question mark. So S12 is taken as question mark. Now what is the formula? So that is Sn formula. Let us write that. So we have Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 to t. Okay. I'm going to write down the same formula in my next step also to show you the substitution. Okay. So put here Sn again. But instead of here, I'm going to put how much? N is equal to 12 because we need to find up to 12 terms sum, right? That's why. So I'm going to put n as 12 and here also write it as 12. And what about A? So A value is given to be minus 37. minus 37, and here it is 12 minus 1 into what is the value of d? D value is given to be 4, right? So I'm going to write it as 4. Next, it is equal to 12 by 2 is how much? 6. And then 2 into minus 37, that is minus 74. So minus 74 plus, now 12 minus 1 is 11, 11 fours are 44. So write 44, then it's equal to, or I can write it as 6 into minus 74 plus 44 will give you minus 30, right? Then this will give you as how much? This will give you minus 180. Right, children? Okay. Then we have the next problem, third problem. So that is 0 0.6, 1.7, 2.8, so on to 100 terms. Okay. So here we have A as what? A is 0 0.6 and have D is equal to 1.7 minus 0 0.6, which will give you 1.1. Okay. And then what's the value of N? N here is 100 because 100 terms they are asking. So N is equal to 100. And next what we need to find out? Sum of up to 100 terms, right? So that means take S100 as question mark. Okay. And as usual, we write our SN formula. And then in my next step, I'll show you the substitution, how we go about. So now here we have, I need to find out S100. So where N is there, put as 100. And then what about A? A value is how much? So here A value is 0 0.6. So A into, that is 2 into 0 0.6. And what is the N value? N you take it as 100. And what about D value? D value is 1.1. Okay. The next step, this is taken as equal to 100 by 2 is how much? It is 50, right? And then bracket open, 2 into 0 0.6 is 1.2, and then plus 100 minus 1 is 99, 99 into 1.1 bracket close. Okay, or it's equal to 50 bracket 1.2 plus 99 into 1.1. It will give you 108.9 bracket close, or it will be equal to, so it's equal to how much? We are going to add it up. 1.2 plus 108.9 will give you 110.1. So 50 into 110.1, bracket close. So if you multiply it, you will get as answer 5505. Okay, children. Now I move on to then my next problem. So I go for the fourth problem. So here, what is the value? So here we have A as A equals how much? 1 by 15. 1 minute. No, here. So A value is going to be 1 by 15. And then we have D is equal to second term minus first term. That means 1 by 12 minus 1 by 15. Okay, now 12 and 15 LCM will be 60. Okay, so I'm going to take LCM as 60. So here LCM is 60 means you can convert them into equivalent fraction method. So I'm going to solve this by equivalent fraction method better. Okay, so we know that LCM is 60. So make sure that convert both numerator denominator, means you're going to make sure the denominator is 60. For that, I'm going to multiply both numerator and denominator by which number? 15 fours or so. Multiply it with 4. Here also multiply with 4, right? Minus 1 by 5. So here, so it is 12, right? 12 multiply with 5. Also multiply with 5. Okay. And then here multiply both numerator and denominator by 4. So here I multiply with 4. Denominator also multiply with 4. That means to say you get as what? So here you get 5 by 60 minus 4 by 60. Yeah. Which is nothing but how much? This will be equal to 1 by 60. Because 5 minus 4 is 1. So you'll be getting as 1 by 60. So D is equal to 1 by 60. Then number of terms. So take n as 11. And then what is what is then what we need to find out? We need to find S11, right? So let us do that. So S11 and then question mark. Now we know that Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. And then take the same formula here. And here we find out S11. So where n is there, let's replace with 11. And what's the value of A? A is given to be how much? 1 by 15. So take that 1 by 15. And then n minus n you put it as 11. And what's the value of D? D you got it to be how much? 1 by 60. So I'm going to take as 1 by 60. The next step, I'm going to write it as equal to, then write it here 11 by 2. Then you're going to write the bracket. So open the bracket. So in the bracket, I'm going to write it as 2 by 15. Then 11 minus 1 is 10. So it will be 10 into 1 by 60 is minus 10 by 60. So write it as minus 10 by 60. Okay. Next, what we can do is we can convert both of the, we need to solve this fraction. So convert them into equal fraction. That means fractions with the same, we are going to convert it into fractions with the same denominator. So here LCM is 60. So what I do is I'm going to write first I'm going to write 11 by 2. And then you're going to write the same fraction, but here make some adjustments. So that means I'm going to multiply both numerator by 4, denominator also multiply by 4. Okay. Then it's equal to 11 by 2 into bracket close. Then we have 4 2 is how much? 8. So here it should be plus sign. And then 4 2 is 8. We have it's equal to, so 5 4 is 6, 15 4 is 60. So that will give you 18. So it's equal to 11 by 2 into, we get 18 by 60. Now you're going to do the cancellation. So that means here, let us see the cancellation. So we have 2 ones are 2 nines are. Then we have 3 threes are, 3 twos are, zeros are. Right? So that means we get 3 into 11 is how much? 33. By denominator is 20. Right? So that is your final answer. Then we have next problem. We have the second main. Find the sums given below. Okay. I have the first problem. 7 plus 10 1 by 2 plus 14 plus so on to plus 84. Okay. So now here we have A equals 7. Then we have D equals to how much? 10 1 by 2, right? Minus 7. Now I'm going to convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So that means to say, so it will be nothing but in the denominator, you're going to write it 2, and numerator, you get it as 2 into 10 plus 1, okay, minus minus 7 is equal to 21 by 2, because 2 times are 20, 20 plus 1 is 21, 21 by 2 minus 7. So 7 can be done as 7 by 1. So I write it as 7 by 1. Let us go for the next step. Here we can go by cross multiplication. So what we do? So first multiply the denominators, that is 2 into 1. Then numerator, what we get? 21 into 1 minus 2 into 7. Okay, this is equal to. So you get it as 21 minus 14 numerator, and denominator got you get it as 2 is equal to. So 21 minus 14 is 30, but 7 by 2, right? So that means, so what we understand from that is that it will be, so D will be equal to 7. So this means D equals to 7. D equals to 7 by 2. Okay, and now what we have got, and also what else have they given? So we have the L, which is also equal to, that is the last term. Last term is also indicated by AN, which is also nothing but Now, what is the last term here? 84. So write it as 84. Now, what we are interested to find out. So now we need to find out it's a sum, correct? So for that, we are going to find out number of terms first, and then we are going to find the value. Okay. So now n is question mark. So n is equal to question mark. Okay. And then we know that n is n term of an AP is given by a of AP is given by n is equal to a plus n minus 1 into t. Okay. Now this means that now here I write the same formula, but I'm going to substitute substitution. So an will become 84. And what is a value? Do you know the value of a? A is 7, right? So I write it as 7. Do you know the value of n? N I don't know. What is the value of d? D is given to be 7 by 2. Okay, that's why I write the formula and then do substitution. So it will be, you can understand it properly. Okay. Now 84, let us write it. Now 7 and transpose to the left hand side becomes minus 7 equals to n minus 1 into 7 by 2. Or it's equal to 84 minus 7, which should be equal to how much? 77 equals to n minus 1 into 7 by 2. Now, to do the cancellation, let's see how to do cancellation. Be very careful in these calculations. 7 ones are 7 11s are. So I told now when you do cancellation, make sure that you can cancel either numerator numerator when you have equal sign in between. Okay. So 7 ones are 7 11s are. So in my next step, I can write it as what? 11 equals n minus 1, n minus 1 into 1 by 2. Now 2, it gets multiplied, cross multiply. So that means 2 into 11 will become, it becomes 22, right? So that means here 11, this 2 in the denominator goes to the left hand side. So it means 11 into 2 equals n minus 1. Okay. So I'm just showing some extra steps. Okay. You can skip the steps and write it directly also. Just for people who don't know who don't know how the things work. So they can use additional steps also. So here 11 twos are 22 equals n minus 1, or we get what? We get n is equal to 23, right? So we get n is equal to 23. Okay. Now I got a number of terms. Next step, I need to find out S23. Okay. So to find S23, what we use? Here we use Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l, where l is a last term, right? Now take the same formula. Yeah. Now, so now here n is equal to, replace it with 23. Here also, replace it with 23. A with 7 and L with 84, or it's equal to 23 by 2. 77 plus 84 will give you 91. It's nothing but 2093 by 2 equal to 2093 or if you convert it into mixed fraction, you will be getting it as 1046 1 by 2.